Good morning. This is going to be a quick one since there is really not much wrong with this car. This is 2017 BMW 740. It's an X-Drive. Unbelievably clean car. It is a local trade-in for a brand new BMW, so we got it from a local BMW dealer. A nice service history from what I remember. A lot of options. Close to $100,000 MSRP with upgraded wheels, executive package, driver assist plus one, I think, and two. I mean, a really nice car. Well, let's start with the flaws. There's really not much to mention in that area. Really, the only thing is, if you look at some of the wheels, and this is probably the worst of all of them, that's why I came to show you this one, because you still can't see much. There is some very minor curb brush on the edge of this wheel. This is probably the worst right here, and the rest of the wheels, they have some minor markings, but nothing even close to this one. So I'm showing you the worst wheel on the whole car. Car, by the way, has very nice matching Michelin tires all around. Another thing I want to mention is the previous owner had a little door edge protector here that was done with 3M clear film, and apparently it was done some time ago. If you look at it, that film has little cracks. It can be obviously removed, but we didn't remove it because it's, even though it has these cracks, it still does the job. And you can't really see it from a couple of feet away, but it's right here. And if somebody doesn't like it, they can remove it. I'm sure it's a pretty quick and simple. All four doors have that. And the other issue is the rear tint is bubbling. I'm not really sure what it costs to retint a car these days. It's just that one window that does that. I remember you could tint the whole car for $150 some years ago, but even assuming that you spend $150 just to redo this window, that's not really a big deal. If you look at the tint on other windows, it looks great. I'm not really sure why it did it right there. And that's really about it. I mean, the rest of the car is beautiful, no issues, no dents, no scratches, very straight, clean. And the car has a 98,000 miles, so if you look very closely, I'm sure you'll find some minor things, but obviously nothing that goes beyond normal wear and tear. Now, interior, oh, by the way, if you look here inside these door handles, there is also that same 3M film that prevents from you scratching the door with your fingernails, and obviously it can be removed if somebody didn't like it, but you can barely see it because this handle kind of obstructs the view of that. Interior of the car is just absolutely amazing. This does have the optional extended leather, a Napa leather, so you got leather right here on all the door panels everywhere, as well as the dash. Beautiful ivory interior, and looks absolutely gorgeous. Original headliner, still tight, not hanging. You got double roofs, everything works, no issues. Also, if you don't like the way this tint looks from the inside, there is a shade that you can extend that will cover that. As far as the front seats, it's just like the back. I mean, absolutely flawless. By the way, this ivory interior just looks so gorgeous. Really nothing to mention on the inside. Wood grain, all looks great. This top dash looks absolutely perfect, which is kind of rare on these, because all these extended Napa leather cars in Florida, when they sit outside, that heat makes the leather kind of crumble, makes it shrink, and it pulls it off, and it looks kind of ugly. We've had few cars that did that. This one is absolutely perfect. There is no damage to that leather on top of the dash. Let's go ahead and start it. It's kind of a cold start. Let's see. Yeah, soft closing doors. This is the actual odometer reading. The car has a laser guided cruise control. It has all these driver assistant options here that you can turn on and off. Blind spot, steering intervention, pedestrian warning, all the good stuff. Heated air conditioned seats. It also comes with this fancy key, and I'm sure this key has many functions to it. It can probably start the car and do other things. This may be the same thing that makes the car come out of the garage on its own. I don't know. And we have two other keys as well that come with the car if you don't want to carry the big one. And let's look at the engine next. I will leave the engine running. Nice and quiet. Although when you lift the hood, you can hear that slight injector ticking, which is very normal for these cars. This is a direct injection car, so the direct injection engine. So they kind of sound slightly different. That little tapping that you're hearing is actually the injectors. They have moving parts inside them. On the 4-cylinder BMWs, they're even louder. But I can assure you this is how these cars are supposed to sound. It's very quiet, it's very smooth, it drives pretty awesome, and when you close the hood, you can't hear anything. Call us with any questions.